Hi there, we've been here before. This is what we call our woodland walk, and it's an example of land management. The problem really with rewilding, as it's now a real big issue, let's rewild everywhere. You can't really just let everywhere go wild because man has interfered with this landscape in the first place, and now we have to help it get back to its natural state. So what we've got here, you probably can't see it exactly, but I've actually been in and cut the bracken. I've started cutting the bracken which had taken over the place, and if you come along with me, I want to show you what it would be like if I didn't interfere, or that's perhaps not the right word, intervene and help nature along. You can see this is the bracken that I've had to cut. When it gets like this, we call it thatch, and if it's left to its own devices, nothing can grow underneath it. The only reason you can see some plants and some grass is because I cut it twice last year, and I've cut this once already this year. But I've left some just to show you how bad it is, left to its own devices. And this, now we're coming down to the section of the woodland where I haven't yet intervened cutting this has been cut once already. That's how bad this is. And if you can see here, this is a small apple tree which I've grown from a pip, and I've got another apple tree over there which you can't see because it's covered by bracken. And I've left this just to show you how bad it is, left to its own devices. So we want that tree to grow, we want that tree to grow, and what will happen is, as you can see here, the foliage is starting to spread, and once that's really spread, it will control the bracken. But at the moment, these open spaces open to the light, then the bracken takes control. And just as a matter of interest, there's an old oak tree there, and you can see the bracken isn't growing underneath it. That's the natural state, and we have to help this area to come back to the natural state. Otherwise the bracken will just stay in control, because you can come and see this, which is even worse because there's a bigger open space. So this has been cut once already this year, and you can see how, well, the dog is disappearing in it. It's that, and before I started this last year, the bracken was up to here. So this is we are trying to control it, and these trees I planted 20 years ago, but it'll be some time before those trees give enough canopy to keep the bracken down. Now, why isn't it all like that? Well, why isn't it like it over here? Well, if you come here and look closely, I can show you. We've had gorse trees. We've had, on this side of the woodland, there's been gorse, and the gorse has kept, and you can see the bracken underneath. The bracken is not that tall, so the gorse has acted to keep down the bracken, and trees will grow through gorse, but they won't grow through bracken. So we've got lots of new natural growth on this side, and we're having to help this side of the wood come back to its natural state. And that's really part of this sustainable approach to the countryside that we adopt. We're trying to work with nature, not against nature. And that's what we do in life generally. And that's how we've carried on our business with Baavet. We're trying to do a natural, sustainable business.